welcome into another happy version of the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey along with the head coach, Kirk Frederick, and boy, nice win against a really good team. I mean, that's the thing is you had to challenge yourself a bit and came out with really great performance.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a really good challenge. Norman North is coached very well and have some outstanding athletes. And I kept talking to our staff and our players all week that this is a team that played extremely tough against everyone on their schedule. Had beaten a lot of people, probably played Owasso about as tough as anyone has all year. And we knew we were going to be in for a challenge. It was interesting in pregame of how many coaches on our staff were like, man, this is a good-looking football team. And I'm like, I kept trying to tell you guys it's going to be, these were 3-year starters, guys that had been in that program since Coach Jones took it over. He's got a good ball club, and I knew we'd be in for a big test.
But Union wins. Let's take a look at the stats, and you're going to see right away why. Take a look over there on the left side and look at 419 rushing yards. The total yards, that's impressive, Coach, but at 419 rushing, it's hard to lose a game.
It is. And, you know, we played 3 tailbacks the other night, and, you know, all of those guys got 2 touchdowns apiece. So pretty exciting when you have that kind of rushing attack. And the wind was blowing extremely hard. Everyone that was at the game knows, you know, the way the front came in, it was cold. And I think we only threw the ball about 9 times total on the night. And so really, really good job with our offensive line and the way that they executed. And then, you know, likewise, you can kind of see Norman North as well, kind of had to run the football. They've got 2 really good tailbacks you'll see on the video. But defensively, I felt like our guys did a pretty good job against that. And the second half especially, in the third quarter when our guys started playing really, really tough defense and gave us an opportunity to kind of pull the game out and get that 25-point win.
I like to see the 5 penalties too. That's a good job on penalties. And when you go to the players of the game, I'm just so happy to see this as an old offensive lineman. The O-line, it's your player of the game offensively.
Yeah, I mean, you rush for 400 yards, and you have 3 different tailbacks that score two touchdowns apiece. You can say the tailbacks did a great job, and they did. By the way, AJ and Junior and Rovon, all those guys did exceptionally well. But you got to give it to those big guys up front. We had some excellent blocking down the field by our receivers, you know, but those O linemen in there, you know, with Pratt and Dorn and Slaughter and Bennett Ringleb, you know, and those guys and Big Will, a bunch of those guys coming in, and of course Nate Marshall playing as well at guard. All of those guys deserve to get that player of the game for our offense.
Way to go, Hogs. Proud of you. And then Matthias Roberson, he's just been so good all year.
You know, it was really tough defensively. You know, we had Junior Smith played really well, had a pick 6 from the defensive side, made a lot of plays. There were a lot of guys that made some really good plays, but Matthias had 10 tackles, and I think 6 or 7 of those were for loss. When you have 2 sacks and just incredible. He had a sack fumble that we got us a touchdown in the second half, and after that, not only sacked but caused the fumble and recovered it. So those kind of points add up, and Matthias has played so well.
Yeah, they thought he was playing fullback for them. He was there so often, right? And then A.J. Green, but what doesn't A.J. do? He's your special teams player, but you could probably name him something every week.
Yeah, A.J.'s an exceptional athlete and such a great leader for our football team, and he's our special teams player. He had a 27-yard kick return, but also scored on a 2-point conversion. So just really solid football player. He's getting better and better, much like last year. You know, he grew into that position and became stronger and stronger every week, and we're starting to see that from him.
All right, so when we come back, we'll get the first half highlights of Union and Norman North. And believe it or not, we're only a couple of games away from getting into the Oklahoma High School football playoffs. We'll talk about that a little bit later on during the Union Football Coaches Show. First half highlights are next.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Hey Union students, show off your Union spirit by wearing Union gear, only available at the UWear store. The UWear store has athletic gear, clothing, and other merchandise so that you and your friends can look stylish while repping the U. The UWear store has the best quality items and is partnered up with major brands such as Nike, Under Armour, and even Champion. For a limited time, Union High School students who present their ID at checkout will receive 10% off all items. So stop by the UWear store today and reward yourself with some awesome gear.
We're back again on the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Corey, along with Kurt Frederick, the head football coach of the Redskins. We're going to get right to first half highlights of Union and Norman North, a traditionally very tough football game, whether you're in their stadium or this one.
Yeah, it's exciting to be at home and then for 2 weeks in a row and just have an awesome group of fans there. It was senior night, got a chance to celebrate our seniors as well. Just really proud of those guys. Come out with Jaden Rowe on a little jet sweep. You can see the way our guys are blocking down the field. There's big Will Thomas with the nice block inside. You got a great one there with Bennett and Dorn to that side. There's Pratt down the field. Talked about how well the offensive line played. Those guys just did a great job. Got behind the chains a few times early in this first half with some penalties. We get the ball out here to Will, make a play. I remember the sideline, Coach Maddox yelling, make a play. And I'm telling you, did just an outstanding job. Damon Sanders out there breaking the tackle, picks up a first down for us.
Never went down.
Come right back to AJ, got a great block to the outside there by Rovon. I think one of the biggest things we're seeing from our guys, you can see Rowe with some nice yardage there, is how hard the guys without the ball are blocking. And that includes receivers down the field. You're going to see a big block by the quarterback down the field as well. You see Grayson down the field blocking. Unfortunately, we had a hole which brought it back. The official would look like he was looking at the end zone facility there with giving the signals. That's where the press box is. Just kind of interesting in the construction. Big hit by Norman North. AJ coughs the ball up. Defense has got to go to work, and it's that first half having a couple of turnovers really put us behind, and our guys had to fight through it. Love how they responded to adversity. Norman North does a good job with their scheme and the things they do. We did not fit it very well up front in some gaps. Some of that's the tailbacks, probably the two best tailbacks we've played in quite some time, and those guys that will make you miss. Really tough to handle inside if you don't fit it right. Here's another example of that just first downs really hurt us. We had a difficult time with first downs the other night. Put them in some really short yardage situations, things like that, where it's just 2 or 3 yards that all they need for a first down. And we just didn't get the stops that we needed early on in this game. Nice play by Kalo there. Really good job. Love the way our guys come in. Made a big stop and a big hit. Just an excellent job there. You got good pressure from our guys inside. And you see our guys come up and make just a really good stop there for a couple of downs and forces them to kick a field goal.
And that Norman North team, they've been playing in the same office a long time too, so they're used to that.
Yes, they are. Here we come right back to it. You see AJ right away. Just the stiff arm and just the strength he has. Look, the blocking down the field by Shea Dan and Damon. Just guys doing a really good job. Got a great seal block there to the edge by the combo block there by Bennett and Nate Marshall. And you can see AJ, just a tough guy to bring down. Happened to be his birthday on Friday, so the 200 yards, I think, was a pretty good birthday gift that he gave the rest of us.
Not bad.
Junior gets a nice cut, does a great job carrying the football. Good block by Shady on the outside, and Junior gets in for a touchdown.
Yeah, those two are so similar in their running styles too. Until AJ's obviously a little faster, but Junior just has low pad level and gets after it.
Really good block to the edge there by Marley, and Junior gets in there. Good answer by our offense. Unfortunately, we misfit as we talked about those first downs the other night. Couple of the things defensively, it just seemed like Norman North did a great job. We'd bring pressure from one side, and then they would have the play called to the other side. So hats off to them for that. But our guys really defended it really well. Good job on pass coverage by Jaden Rowe. Good having him back. Come back here on the punt. Jackie's back as a returner, and you can tell it just losing the ball just a little bit, just unfortunate there. we went 3 and out right after a touchdown and then gave them the ball right back. It made it really, really tough on us, early on in this game. Great cut by their tailback. And again, we've got to get it on the ground, but big answer by Norman North. And offensively, we've got to come back and do something with it. There's number 2 again. That's Rovon Banks doing a great job. Excellent job. You can see how we got quite a few yards pretty quick there, huh?
Great job by downfield blocking there, Damon.
Oh, yeah, Damon, outstanding job sealing that edge. We knew if we could get some of their outside backers blocked, and get to that edge, we could have a lot of fun. Pretty intense sideline here, You've got tight ball game. Guys are battling tough, trying to get yardage. AJ with it. We come back here with a nice boot fake to the outside. Get the ball to Gage Bohannon, and Gage gets us in the red zone. Come back with a nice cut, outstanding job. I tell you, Junior's got great vision as a tailback and does an excellent job there on the cut.
You can cut it quick, too.
Yes, get the block by Jared James, the fullback, to the outside and cuts it back and gets in the end zone. Likewise, their tailback makes a nice cut through the C gap there. We got to fit it a little bit better. Come back inside, our guys up front. They did a good job early with our guys causing our D-line to kind of read on some plays. So we make a really nice third down stop on a quarterback sneak. Big D Thomas is along a lot of other guys, but that 335 pounds at nose guard stops a few quarterback sneaks. Good cut inside, great seal block by Jared on the inside. Again, AJ battling with some things that, trying to get some yardage in there. Picks up just a couple. Come right back inside with Rovon. What a great cut. He's got that jump cut to the inside, sees that crease. And if we have that one, just off the fingertips, we had it set up with the O-line out there. That's one we'll have to come back to. Really nice job by Jamari Ray from the safety position, coming down in the box in a heavy set and fits it pretty well, and then we give up a big one. We've got to do a good job of fitting that a little bit better defensively. Some of the things that they did a really good job with early on just created a little bit of confusion in some of their blocking schemes, but our guys settled in. We settled in, made some nice plays. There was Jamari. Excellent job when it bounces to the outside. Get a great stop in there from our defensive lineman, Jackson Jennings is playing so well, and then Jamari comes in and makes a play. Great stop by Gavin Kaler. Gavin came in along with a bunch of other guys on the blitz and just get some really, really good stops in there. There's Jaden again, defense playing well, forcing the ball back and giving us another possession.
Yeah, giving up a little bit, but then hanging in there.
Good first down play, nice cut to the inside. One of the things you're going to see here a couple of times in the game, just look at the strength of our guys and the way they're playing hard, the physicality of the game. Guys playing extremely tough, picking up yardage. Unfortunately, just instead of throwing it away, we tried to force it in, turn the ball over, and again, just one of those things we'll get better and better at. Guys never turn the ball over trying to. They're always trying to make a play, and we just got to take a little more value in the football. Defense, come back. We missed the wheel route out of the backfield, just a big play. Got to get him on the ground. Jaden gets him down there to the goal line, kind of gets him stopped. Come back and make a big play by Jackson Jennings on a tackle for loss. Get another really nice stop from the defense on penetration. Comes back to a big play here. We get him on the scramble. Anytime you're scrambling, you've got to have your eyes on the receiver, and we lose the receiver, and they make us pay for it. Come back with 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left. First play, run a little sprint draw, and he takes it to the house. What a great answer. Norman North had taken the lead right before the half, and then we come right back. What an excellent job by our offense, and then just give him a crease, and that's just kind of like throwing a deep ball, I think.
He is so smooth running, too, that he's deceptively fast. Guys are taking bad angles.
Yeah, I don't think I run with that kind of form.
I've seen you jog on the field. Doesn't look
yeah,
like that.
it doesn't look quite just like that. Deceptively slow, I think. So. But really proud of that answer. We went into the half. We knew that we had turned the ball over, given them too many possessions, and if we could solve that problem, we could try to create some distance here in the third quarter.
But you were a defensive player, so you understand the angles. And when guys misunderstand angles, and AJ's done that, they take an angle they think will be sufficient, and he's gone.
There's no doubt about it. Speed kills.
It does. Or as like an old friend said, if I can outrun you, you can't catch me.
That's right.
And that's all there is to it. All right, we'll come back and see if Union can outrun Norman North in the second half. I bet they can. That's next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
It's time for the second half highlights of Union and Norman North, and this is the Union Football Coaches Show. Kirk Frederick, the head coach. I'm Rhett Corey. Let's get right to it. The all-white uniforms, that's Norman North. The all-gray, that's the Redskins.
You know, we come out, we have a big emphasis on the first 4 minutes of the second half. We knew that we had to gain control of the game. It was really tight. Protect the football, come out and make great defensive stops, and our guys come in right away. There's Matthias right there doing a great job. You can see coming off the edge, good pressure by Gavin as well. And Matthias and big D. Thomas in there for a nice sack. Gives us a 3 and out. And let's get our offense in there and try to get something taken care of. Come right back. We get just a couple of plays. Really fortunate on this one. Kind of had a play of a direct snap there, bounced off the quarterback there, and we got to get that one. That play, I'm not sure we could run that one twice there, but heads up play by Junior, getting a few yards out of it.
Yeah, try that again, right?
Yes, I'm not sure we could do that one again. Protection breaks down. Grayson pull it down. Nice job. Don't try to force anything. Gets out of bounds. Gives us some really good yards. Gets us in the red zone. Come right back inside, and Rovon gets a nice carry inside. Come back again, you see the nice cut, very patient. Rovon gets the ball inside the 5. Come back in here with Rovon at quarterback, and you'll see from the reverse angle, Matthias Robertson, the defensive lineman, comes in, gets a nice lead block inside, and really finishes with his guy in the end zone, and Rovon right behind him. A lot of power in there going through those gaps. They come back with a little misdirection here with a Wildcat quarterback of themselves. A little different guy in there trying to get something going. And really, really good tailback. Really like the guy in hat number 23 and how he carries the football. Does a good job with it. They come back. Quarterback kind of misreads it there. Shane Fields makes them pay. Gets them out of bounds. Get the holding call added to it. So defensively, just continue to play tough. And force those guys to drive the whole field. Starting to fit those inside gaps a little bit better. Nice job. See Gabe Ford in there making a nice play. Brings some pressure and cover it down really well on the back end and forces them to punt. Another thing we did, Cooper Houchin came in the other night, did a great job punting and kickoffs. Cooper did an excellent job. He kicked 4 of them in the end zone and actually had a better punting average than the opponent, so those hidden yardage does count. That guy can run a little bit too.
Can
yes,
yeah.
Coach Patterson, our head track coach, I think he gets real excited when he sees these guys on the 4x1 team doing a really good job. Excellent job in there by Slaughter at the offensive line on his block, and then Rovon Banks takes it to the house.
Yeah, nice job, a good low pad level to break those tackles.
Really good job with that. Come in making a stop here, picking up too many yards on that first down. There's Matthias again, doing a good job keeping the quarterback from pulling the ball. But out the front side, we got to do a better job. Had to change some alignments, good adjustments by Nate Foster and our defensive staff as they started to pick on us into the boundary a little bit. And our guys did a really good job of making some adjustments on the sideline and trying to shore up that boundary edge. In some of the run.
This offensive line's crisp here for them.
Really good offensive line. Those guys do a nice job. We don't spill the trap. And anytime you don't do that, that ball's going to get vertical really fast. And so we've got to kind of try to buckle up here in the fourth quarter and see if we can't do a better job with it. Defensively now on the 10-yard line, we've got to play a little better. Nice little jump cut by their tailback. Again, didn't play the best red zone defense that we've played in the past. Some of that has to do with the opponent we're playing. But again, those guys are battling tough inside. Mishandle the snap there. You see that Jaden Rowe and Jamari come in, make a nice stop with that one there. Our guys playing tough on the quarterback sneak, and then do a pretty good job with it. And unfortunately, we just can't fit enough gaps, and they come back with the 2-point conversion. Just don't like the way we finished on this drive. We got ahead a little bit and just didn't keep that instinct, that knockout punch that you want to have from a defense. Come back and throw a shot. That's against the wind. Really nice job by Grayson getting the ball out to Shady. What I love about it is Shadan won the junction point. I mean, the ball's there. There's two guys there. Who wants to win it? It's a 50-50 ball. And Shadan came up with it with a big play, 51-yard pass against the wind. Kind of gives us a chance to take control after a score. Our guys come out. We're just off the mark there with that one on fourth down. But so defensively, they've got the ball. We've got to take an opportunity. We're up 10. Got to try to find a way to get a big stop. And you can see, as I talked about in that fourth quarter, how our defense came in and did a really good job with some turnovers. There's Matthias with the big sack, and then gets the caused fumble and recovery. So we're right back in business. Come back with Gage on a little end around. They sniffed that one out really well. So we come right back, and here's AJ with nice cut. Good job. Excellent blocking down the field by Gage and by Shadan.
They didn't play that poorly. He just outperformed.
No, yeah, he just did a great job. Good cut. You can see the seal block right there by Shay, and then to the outside by Gage. And we go in and love seeing our guys making plays.
Shadan may be
unbelievable job here. How about this guy? I think he knows what to do when he has the ball in his hands. That's Junior playing safety, gets the interception, and there's no doubt about it. If he ever gets an interception, it's probably going to be a touchdown. Our guy's doing a good job. Braylon Aaron Fisher tips it up in the air, and Braylon with a nice play, sophomore outside backer, and then Junior. What can you say about just his play? I love his energy and what he's doing for us.
The running back skills came in right there, there's no doubt.
Come back with the 2-point play. We had some stuff we wanted to work on. The interesting thing is on the extra point before, we kicked the ball in the stands, and because of construction, their fans are in the stands, and they took our ball and threw it over the fence. So,
you ever get it back?
So no, we didn't get it back. So we decided, hey, let's go for 2. Let's quit kicking them up there to their fans. Come back defensively. Now we've got a decent lead. We want to play well, want to finish up strong. You can see our guys out there playing well. Junior on the stop on the outside on the pass deflection. And there's Matthias again. Just a really tough, that was Gabe Ford on the sack. And then love that victory play where we can come in and take a knee and chalk that one up as a big win for the district.
Such relentless. Defensively, you had your moments, but you still played relentless football, which was really good to see. Yeah,
we told our guys it's not going to be a clean game. I mean, when you play a tough opponent, we felt like this was a playoff game. We think that Norman's a good football team. We think that we're becoming one, and we wanted to see how we measured up. And we didn't expect everything to go great, but overall, our kids fought through adversity and did a nice job.
By the way, what I was going to say earlier is I think Shadan may be a hidden MVP. He blocks, he makes catches when the ball gets there. Don't talk about him a lot.
Yep.
You call him Shady, which is kind of cool. But that kid is really improved.
He's really growing and getting better and better each week, and that's what we've got to have heading into the playoffs.
All right, speaking of the playoffs, we'll talk about that. We'll also see some pictures and kind of preview what's next for Union coming up next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
We're back again on the Union Football Coaches Show, or what we may call this segment the Rubik's Cube, as we start to get into a little bit of the playoffs. But before we do that, let's get a close look up at our pictures from the game. The up close and personal, David Fisher, with some pictures from the wonderful senior night.
Senior night, love it. Hey, in the background, there's that O-line, but in the background, that chain crew. Bob Mathis and his group, Petrie and those guys, we love having that chain crew over there. They do a great job with it. And the O-line, what a great picture of them as well. AJ Green on his birthday, that's a good birthday photo. Guy goes for over 200. You see Grayson, sophomore quarterback, big Will Thomas. I think he's going to earn the nickname Two Bears, all right, because one bear's not enough. But big Will Thomas on the outside, protecting him, and then Rovon, excellent job here with Rovon. We talked about Damon. What a great catch and run he had early to extend a drive for us, and then the blocking that he had. Great effort from that. Gavin Kaler, Mike linebacker. Gavin plays a lot of special teams for us as well. And just about anything you ask him to do, he's going to do it with the best of his ability. There's Grayson on that scramble to the outside. It's a great picture with Norman North from behind there, and Grayson picks up a lot of good yards.
It's always good when they're behind.
Yep. Alex Slaughter at guard with the block. You can see those guys. And, of course, Rovon pushing inside. That's when he got inside the 5. Here's a big play to the outside there. Matthias and Jaden, two juniors, with a great job of just kind of vicing the ball there on the tailback. Love this one here. Jamari Ray and Jaden Rowe, again, a couple of juniors. And you got Shane Fields, a senior linebacker, there closing in on the tackle.
So Matthias was taking on 3 guys, and then Jaden was tackling everybody, including his guy. I mean,
that's about how it should be, I think,
that's
right?
the way this defense is played, and since the beginning of the year, I've been saying that. You see the Johnny Harrison's playing well, and guys like that. Just these guys embrace the role. Mm-hmm.
They're doing a good job. We've moved some guys around, and one of the things that hurt us the other night was just do your job, just cover your spot. And when you don't face a good team that can take advantage of that, sometimes you get away with it. But when you face good tailbacks like Norman North had, you've got to fit it just right. So we've got plenty to work on moving forward.
Speaking of teams, every team can go to the playoffs if they choose. That's what we're dealing with COVID. So can you help us in any way walk through how this might work when it comes to playoffs?
Yeah, when you look at there's 2 districts, and so you would say 16 teams, and we would hope that everyone would want to go to the playoffs and play. If there is a team that's at a big disadvantage, or for some reason they don't have a team, with everything that's going on with COVID, can't play, they could get out. That would just give you a bye. But they'll place all 16 teams in the bracket. The division on the top with Santa Fe and Jinx and Broken Arrow and those teams, they have chosen by vote, the majority, to go with the number of wins. So Santa Fe with 4 district wins is leading that one, and Jinx with 3, and then they're tied with Westmore. That one they'll play each other to figure out that position. So that won't be ranked out by the number of wins or average points. Our district below, they gave us a choice, and our district by majority went with coaches' rankings. And so those will be ranked the next 3 weeks to see how everyone fits. Everyone in our district would probably vote Owasso to be first. But again, it goes by coaches' ranking on who that is. You would hope that we could continue to win and win well, and so we'll be ranked second. If that takes place, we would probably play Enid in the first round. But again, there's a lot that can happen in the next few weeks. Obviously on Friday nights, or not on Friday nights if games get canceled along the way.
And along the way, you've got to win your games.
You got to win. You got to keep winning.
Including Southmore this week.
Southmore, good football team, really athletic, new coach. They're taking the right directions. They've been down a couple of years, but man, they're playing really well right now.
All right, so let's get together for this one as well. Southmore and Union will be back next week on the Union Football Coaches Show and tell you how it went.